I'm Jaleel White. Welcome to episode 7. I'm your childhood. Don't fall for it. Stay a kid.
Man, bunch of blind folks, they can see the vision, put me in a blindfold. I got X-ray vision, I'm me far as time goes. I should charge them by the minute. They keep talking shining moments, welcome out, I think we're in it. I ain't never hit a peak without sinking in the valley. I can barely even speak. Off that shit you sent from Cali, must be half a bottle deep, but I'm guaranteed to rally.
This interview is going not where I want it to go right now.
I catch a vibe with tunnel vision in my eyes.
Yes! Yo, you guys are fucking psycho. We were just watching your shit.
To do things we've never done before every single day. Like, that was the basic idea in the beginning of, like, how do we get out of our comfort zone? Because we kind of realized that every time we get out of our comfort zone, there's a growth process that comes after that. Like, sometimes you might not always know why you're doing it, but with reflection, you come out of it feeling like your brain chemistry has evolved, and somehow like you're more open-minded and you're more excited about the world and even more empathetic to other people because you've experienced something that was out of your usual pattern. And so once we realized that, it kind of became, now we have to spread this message to more people.
If this is something that is just people around the world can do, then there is the potential for an amazing community rising, because we just have seen what it did between us.
And obviously the Will Smith thing was fucking savagery. You guys don't give a fuck. Same with us. That's really what it's all about.
Oh shit. Oh no.
3, 2, 1, you go.
How did you guys start this thing?
This guy went fucking on some shit that you guys would do. He DM'd us like, you know, I want to shoot for you guys, and just was super excited with his exclamation points. And we're like, yo, just come in. Came into the office. We were watching Gary Vee, and it was like we hit it off. And then he was working for free for a minute, and then we were in an Uber. Me and Jeff were like, yo, this dude's a fucking.
Yeah, he sent us. I think he sent us stuff an hour after he left the meeting.
Yeah.
So I was like,
So then we got him.
Yeah, get this part.
So then he came on board as doing all of our video, all of our photo, and then 3 days later we met with Gary, and he like was a big Gary fan, so that was like kind of big. And then D-Rock, who's Gary's photo video guy, storied him, right?
Oh, yeah.
And then people started following Austin, and then I guess Jake followed Austin, and then I don't remember the exact events, but long story short, Austin's productivity went up like 70%. He was clearly, someone was helping him, and we found out that person was Jake. Jake came into the office, and immediately we hit it off, and now they're both on full time. He's finishing up school, but fuck school. Yeah, it gets real. You guys are real.
The whole thing.
Like you can't do dumb shit anymore. It sucks.
Matt really wants to streak. He wants to streak a game.
Then you're considered a, what is it, a pedophile?
Yeah, pedophile.
Yeah.
Registered pedophile.
What if we control the environment? Like we just fill a stadium and have a game there just for the sole reason for you to, and everybody already signed that they're down to.
I like how you think. The fact that you just thought about that is a good fucking idea. It's like, let's find a way to become friends with a guy that owns a sports team.
It was harder at first because me and him have never built a business before, so we were fucking up. Like we were. Like a fuck up, we could have lost, like one fuck up, we could have lost 10 grand in the business in a day because we just didn't do something correctly.
How I have kind of now like structured, Jeff's life as well is, it's a Ty Lopez snippet. It's really good. It's the law of thirds. It's you spend a third of your life with people that are younger than you or not as experienced, which this allows me to teach them. A third of your life with people that are on like the same kind of wave as you. Then people a third higher than you that are exponentially way past your people that you aspire to be, which is Scooter and Gary. We've been really very careful with who we bring on the fucking team. These guys, I fucking love these guys, and like we've had a couple people come on the bus and then we kick them off.
Good. I mean, the only good thing, these guys came so naturally. It's not like we were looking for video guys. We're not like we need to hire video guys. Like Austin, just like I want to make a video for you. We're like we liked Austin. We liked how fast it worked and.
What made you want to make the video?
Yeah, tell him really what he's saying.
I just wanted an art piece, so I was like, all right, I'm gonna make a video. I'm gonna get an art piece. I'm gonna hang it up in my room and go on with my life. And then turns out they wanted to hire me, so I was like, let's go.
You're the video.
Yeah.
You at home.
Yeah, I was
like,
vlog-
oh guys, I just got a free art piece. I want to like fly somewhere with all of you guys, and like we'll get a house somewhere, and like our worlds will collide with creating the collection, spreading your ideology, and everything just comes full circle.
Yeah, we could literally, first off, I want to do some crazy shit.
Yeah.
I'm down for anything. I don't care. I'll tattoo my fucking face. I don't give a shit. Awesome. Get on camera. Get that shit.
Definitely not going to tattoo his face.
As long as it's, yo, ready? I need it just to be below, so I'll do like over here. I'll do over here.
Right. You know Jake is getting he's getting the Seek Discomfort tattoo.
He told me last time I was there, he's like, yeah, man,
I Seek Discomfort, you can get me on camera, I'll get that. Today.
Yeah.
Seek Discomfort. I like
today?
that. I just started doing tattoos. I have a bunch of little ones. I got
nice.
I got Believe.
I was
I
about to
got
call it.
Learn,
Do it.
Integrity.
Let's go right now.
Huh? What?
Do it.
I'll do it right now.
Let's go. Right now?
I'll do it right when we're done with this meeting.
Okay.
You got my fucking done. Get down. We started this off. Let's go.
Here we go.
About to get Seek Discomfort tattooed on my arm. Thanks to these guys from Yestheory. I met them 2.5 hours ago. We talked about, I don't know how this started, but I'll tattoo my fucking face. But I verbally agreed to getting a tattoo, and now we're here getting a tattoo. And let's go.
Let's do it.
Feeling it. A little bit. I'm very uncomfortable right now, and ironically enough, Seek Discomfort is going on my body. It's called Business Rockstars. They're going to be asking me and Jeff questions about everything.
What is your biggest accomplishment, and what were the actionable steps that led to it?
I mean, I think it's just patience. Patience is the most important thing. Like, I've been doing this since I was 7. I've done every type of art you can imagine, from painting to illustrating to sculpting, screen printing, just figuring out how to do digital design. You really actually have to be passionate about it, or else you're just going to kind of drag along. It's a ton of self-awareness, and then at the end of the day, you have one life to live, and you got to follow what you're passionate about, or else you're just going to be living on someone else's terms, and no one wants that.
This is Business Rockstars. I'm Brittany Lehman, and my guests today are Jeff Cole and Mark Mastrandria, co-founders of Iconic. You guys, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Were you ever afraid to fail when you were starting your business?
Definitely not. I personally love failures. They say fail forward. For me, failures are kind of micro wins, as in the fact they're lessons that lead towards the big win. In the past, I've made that mistake. And if you've actually made that mistake 3 years ago, 6 years ago, 7 years ago, you're not going to make that mistake again. So for me, it's really just make as many mistakes as possible, as quick as possible, and make the mistake once.
What do you want to work for you?
Ooh, for me, no. I'm super competitive. He knows me. I'm really quiet, but I've been competitive with art my whole life.
I think that we offer a great opportunity for everybody. Our company we have no titles with our company. So me and Jeff don't even have titles. Everybody, it's a democracy. Everybody's opinion we want to hear. It was ironic yesterday. Austin was like, he apologized for giving his opinion to me, and I told him, shut up. I want your opinion. That's why you're here.
Right.
So for us, it's radical transparency.
If you could give advice to an aspiring entrepreneur or business owner, what would the best piece of advice be that you could give them?
I got a lot for this one. I think my main one is probably learn or leave. For me, I am better as a business person and a human, I think, than I was yesterday. I think experience is sorely underestimated in this new age of entrepreneur. Like, I am smarter than I was yesterday. I'm way smarter than I was a year ago. I'm smarter than I was 3 years ago. It's because of those experiences that I told you about.
Right.
If you are not in an environment where you are not learning, you need to leave that environment. And for us, we're so blessed that I think that we are teaching, but at the same time, we are learning. Like on the way here, our 19-year-old guy, Austin, we were driving here and there was like a pack of 20 people outside and he was like, what are they playing?
Pokemon Go.
He's like, they're playing Pokemon Go. And me and Jeff were like, what? How did you know that? Jeff's like, roll in the window and ask them. And they were playing Pokemon Go. And that's something for us, like Pokemon Go and Fortnite, like we're not 19 years old. So like we're learning stuff like that from them. So any entrepreneur, just be in a situation where you're learning. Get a mentor. Work for free. Skills are the only thing that is going to take you far in this life. I don't believe in the network equals net worth thing, because I know a lot of people with a big network, but they don't have the skills to execute it.
Right.
And for me, it's definitely momentum. We live in such a crazy world now where everyone wants to consume things faster and more. So we have the great ability to think of an idea and put it out pretty quickly, and I think that's a really big advantage for us, is to really just keep accelerating our momentum. So I think that one thing, especially in today's world, and if you're on social media, and to stay relevant, is just to keep your momentum going.
No sleep like we out in Vegas. Could give a fuck if they hate us. My people about their purple like they're part of the Lakers. No salt and pepper could shake us. Won't ever fuck with a trader.
We run campaigns for most of the Instagram brands. So we Fit Tea, Fashion Nova, Pretty Little Thing, Postmates, DraftKings, Lyft. We'll do the campaigns for them. But like the reason our hoverboards crushed everybody else's is we bought 8,000 units up front. We were shipping same day. Our competitors were shipping 3 weeks later, so everybody was infuriated with them. They were charging $1,500 to $1,800. Ours were $700 and shipped same day, and had Bluetooth speakers, and had 114 celebrities: Lil Wayne, Steve Aoki, Amber Rose. Everybody
bought in bulk and they were drop shipping, so
that's going to be the death of a lot of people. All the drop shippers don't understand. You got to at least have some inventory, otherwise, if people wait 3 weeks, they hate you. We're in an ADD society. Like we want Amazon Prime.
And like with stuff like that, would you be doing paid traffic, or are you just fucking...
Both. We'll do paid traffic. If Lil Wayne's on the hoverboard, it's going to make it better when they're running an ad with Lil Wayne on the hoverboard, right? If Anna Cherie is posting an adjustable bra, it's going to convert better on the ads because people recognize the face.
Yep. Good social proofing.
So guys, we're here in LA. We're delivering Josh Hart from the Lakers. It's a bunch of artwork. We got sneaker art, we got iconic art. Yeah, that's fire. Look, it looks fire. Sheesh. What up?
What's up, man? Rory. Mark, nice to meet you.
Mark?
Awesome.
What's up, dude?
Who am I? I've been trying to figure that out for the longest time. I'm someone who is lost in life, that struggles with depression, and realized I needed to change my life. So I quit my job to pursue making videos.
I got into like making videos when I was 15. I'm 34 now. But it really didn't pop off until I was like 30. It was more of just like a hobby. Nobody, it was just put it on YouTube, get a few thousand views, and then like the right person saw it and was like, yo, like this hobby you're doing, I can pay you $250 to go on tour like a day. And I'm like, wait, I can get paid to go to concerts and like shoot video? And I went for like a week, and it was just like, all right, I'm quitting my job. And then like he started booking me all the time, and then. So what was the breaking point? Was it this? And who was it? It was this guy named Blau. Like he gave me like BLAU, like 3LAU. Yep. Yeah. Started touring with him, and then started touring with Martin Garrix, and then Bieber did an Avicii music video, and it was just like. That's it. Yeah. What's the goal here? I don't know. Like my goal was to have a TV show, and I did that last year with MTV, and then it was kind of like I had knee surgery, so then it was. Okay, well now what's next? And then I got in a car wreck that was insane. And then it was, so now I'm like really like, okay, what's next? Like the goal of the video was a TV show. And I didn't really think that was like, you know, like the dream shot or whatever. Like, oh, I want to be in the NBA. Like, probably never gonna happen, but then it does, and you're like, holy shit, well now what? Yeah. So that's kind of where I'm at now, is just still love doing it, but like what's the thing I really want to invest all my time and passion into.
Austin missed the last 4 shoe drops that I've gotten, but he's back. They said fuck your line! Okay.
Alright, Mark.
To make custom Mark, shut the fuck up! Adidas sent me a code to customize these Ultra Boosts. So this is my first ever pair of Ultra Boosts, which is weird. And actually I asked my fans, I gave them 2 options. And this is the option the fans chose. So this is also fan inspired, this pair. Ooh, damn. All black, white 3 stripes, and then the white label. That's all I wanted. Here they are, my created
Ultra Boost. To the Founder Hour, I'm your co-host Pat. Posh is here as well.
What's up, everyone?
We are super stoked to have Mark Brazil on the show. He's the co-founder of Iconic. If you haven't heard of Iconic, check him out right now. Iconic. Right?
I definitely think that being open-minded is one of the biggest things.
Yeah.
I mean, I literally ate shit and made, no money till late 20s. I made more money dealing liquor and doing parties in college than I made when I was 28 years old.
Yeah, it's usually like that, but those things aren't scalable. Or maybe they are, but like sometimes, most of the time they're not.
Unfortunately, I got popped by the resident advisor and got a bunch of strikes and had to stop the ring. But it was good while it
Did
lasted.
you graduate at least?
I did,
Okay,
with a 2.1 GPA, 5 years.
You made it.
Yeah. The skill that I think is the most valuable life/entrepreneur skill, which is how to sell.
Yeah.
I think being able to sell yourself, sell your brand you need to do that. That's how
You gotta go through it. There's no education or lesson that can teach you besides just raw experience.
And imagine taking 300 meetings where you're knocking on strangers' doors and having to understand where they came from, what they do for work, what type of money they have, all this stuff.
Were you physically going on people's doors? Were you
physically knocking on the doors?
All right, so that's a different beast. Like people think sales is just sitting behind the phone, but you've never experienced sales until you're like face to face with someone and you have to sell them. Otherwise, you make no money.
But you have to think, I'm 22 at that point, and to be able to knock on a door, and sometimes these appointments would take 7 hours, 8 hours. I would stay for dinner, dessert, and then they'd sign the deal. But if you can knock on somebody's door and convince them to spend $45,000 to make their home energy efficient.
Yeah, you should be a CEO of any company you want.
Like, you're good.
Take your pick.
I just want to go a little deeper because you said something that I think will resonate with a lot of people that are probably going to listen, and that's the fact that you hadn't discovered yourself. I know you said that you discovered that in your late 20s, but what led to that discovery, and how did you discover it?
I think me being ambitious and persistent and always being a hustler led me to never be satisfied with what I was doing, because Iconic was a side hustle. The fact that I was doing something and I was working, 5 a.m. to 8 a.m. and then, 5, 6 p.m. till night, it allowed me to find my love, thus finding who I was. So I think it really comes down to just finding something that you love. Until you find something that you love, I just think that you're going to be confused. Like the conversation that we had before. Yeah. I don't want to put you guys on the spot here, but you guys love this,
right?
And it's a different mindset when you're doing this versus you're doing anything else.
Totally see that distinct. Yeah. Difference.
So I really think it's just finding something that you love, and then all of a sudden, just your mindset changes.
You just know it.
You just know it, and quite frankly, with everything else I was doing in my 20s, I never was like, oh, this is the one for me.
Right.
Yeah.
But then right away with this, I knew right away this was the one. Going back to sales, how sales is the most important thing. I think you also need to be selling yourself in your head to be as strong as possible. And for me, I internally make goals on stuff that I want to do, and I'm just internally battling myself and just trying to become a better me every single day. So that's actually one of our best sellers is mindset is everything.
There's this book, like one of the only books I read in college called The Paradox of Choice. I don't know if you've heard of that. It's I think by a psychologist named Barry Schwartz. Describes people in two different ways. Either you're a maximizer or a satisfizer. That's what he calls it. People who are maximizers are the people who in every situation want more. Right? Like they're the ones that are continuously going after it. Like you said, when you were working in your job, you just wanted more, right? And then there are the satisficers who are just content where they're at. They're happy. And if they're happy, then they're not really seeking out the next big thing. What's the next thing?
I don't fuck with the satisfiers.
Right.
This is another thing that we just spoke about is I think people sometimes set their goals too big. I'm not saying don't set big goals, but they set these huge goals and then they're not happy until they achieve it. We have our macro goals, but we have micro goals too. So we celebrate the small wins. So if you're an entrepreneur, identify a small win. If you're profitable, that's a fucking W. If you sign a deal, that's a W. So I think that, to enjoy the process, just start getting excited over, small wins, because the small wins keep adding up and then you get the big one.
Right. I love that.
Makes sense.
Going back to the learning thing, we're just constantly staying on top of everything and kind of going back to what you said, it's an open mind.
Yeah.
everyone asks, like where is this going to be in like 5 years? I have a new answer. Wherever the fucking market is in 5 years.
Yeah.
The only thing that I can tell you where we're going to be in 5 years is we're going to be authentic to myself, Jeff, and my team. And we're going to be the motivation, the inspiration, all that stuff. The core identity of the brand will remain the same, but we might not be selling art.
Yeah.
I can't even tell you we're going to be selling art because that, who would have thought 10 years ago that like, brick and mortar would be dead. The work-life balance thing is, and this is just my opinion, by the way.
Yeah.
It's fake news.
No, it's fucking bullshit because this is my hobby.
Right.
This is what I enjoy doing. I am doing what makes me happy. And if it's working all the time, then fuck off. That is my balance in life.
Right. You're actually going to like this. I posted this on my Instagram story this morning because I saw Adam Grant, who wrote The Originals, which is an amazing book.
Are we allowed to curse on here too, by the way?
Yeah, dude.
Or else the entire fucking podcast is going to be fucking bleeped out. So we're fucked. Anyways, so Adam Grant tweeted, "Work-life balance sets an unrealistic expectation of keeping different roles in steady equilibrium. Instead, strive for work-life rhythm. Each week has a repeating pattern of beats: job, family, friends, health, hobbies that vary in accent and duration."
Screenshot that and send that to me. I fucking love it.
Yeah. It was amazing.
All right, guys, we're here. Got Jaleel. I'm signing a Yeezy cone for him.
You know what I'm saying? This is... Boom. Done. That's
There we
official.
go.
Jeff Cole in the house. Can I double tap that?
All right, guys, we're here in New York. We're at the Jordan brand and PSG collab pop-up. We're gonna get a tour of the facility, hopefully get some stuff, some gear. It's gonna be fun.
We just need some room to breathe. We got mouths, we got a feed. Killer beat to keep the lease. Gotta step on your feet. Know the dream, it isn't cheap. Tryna take us overseas. Put some asses in a seat. Since the age of 17. I got 7-figure dreams. I got 7-figure dreams. I got 7-figure dreams. I got 7-figure dreams.
Yup. Jeff hit 25. It's Friday night. About to meet with Uncle Gary. Let's go.
And we're gonna show him the new collection. Most importantly.
Yup. What's up, boy?
Lord Rock.
How are you, man? Lord Rock. You guys are putting out massive amounts of content. Who's doing actual pushing the button and posting? Or is it auto-posted?
Instagram and Twitter is Gary. Every time we say we're gonna post and he says okay.
Wait, Gary's posting on Instagram?
Bro, I fucking told him this, man. Yeah, people don't know. I was like, Gary, you need to fucking do a video right now and say, any post you've ever seen from me on Instagram is me.
Oh, yeah. What is he doing? Huge mistake.
Yeah, it's him.
What the f? He's posting a lot.
Facebook, like, it was a big deal when we took Facebook away from him, and that was like 3 years ago. Like, Snap is all him, Twitter's all him, Instagram's
How are we doing the call-in? Gary. Hello. Good to see you, bro.
Good to see you, brother. We're going to get to the calls today because I think you guys are young entrepreneurs, artists. I'm inspired by you guys so much so that I went into business with you. I tend to never want to do shit like this where like I mix my real life with the content of my show, but I felt that it was important because I thought that you guys represent something to me, which is there's a young hustler, social media, arbitrage, understanding the culture, knowing what the fuck's going on, like guy and gal out there today that 98% of them are fakers and will be weeded out, and it's very rare for me to find the real in the bullshit. And you got a little bit of your bullshit. You got, you guys have a little. You especially, he's good, but like you still got like meaning.
Why the chains?
Meaning, and I'm obviously making a joke, but meaning like it's such a special, interesting time in entrepreneurship, right? Yeah. It's such a special time. It's been put on a cool factor. Here's the reason I said yes.
Yeah.
Because you guys fully fucking executed on my core thesis that I've been trying to shove down the fucking throat of society. And you guys know the same way I know that we're not that special.
Self-aware. It's all self-aware. How we're at right now, how the business is structured, I look at it as three things. Everything starts with content. You could do no paid traffic. If you have good content, you can blow up. And then I think the two big things is, you call it attention, we call it traffic. It's the same thing.
Yes, same
so, now as, leading the company, I'm a biz dev guy.
Yes.
So I just want as much traffic as possible.
Awareness.
And then the last thing, which people I really don't think focus on, is conversion tactics.
100%.
How do you convert that? How do you get one uptick of your conversion?
And there's two extremes. You guys are in the sales business. You're in retail, where I come from, right? You're selling art. I sold wine. So you're absolutely right about conversion. And this, I want to give everybody the full look.
Yeah.
I'm actually so deep right now into brand that the reason I go so deep into non-conversion is because I want to be on the other side of just like pure brand, right? And I think when you get those two things singing, it gets real scary.
Yeah.
When you get brand and selling down, like if Nike had 5,000 people in a call center, cold calling, doing tactical stuff, they would do better. Now, listen, I do a lot of investing, a lot of stuff. Why are these dudes here? They fucking listened.
And all I need is in person. I knew when we met in person.
Get it.
Game over, explosive.
And it was.
And then
it
happened.
was. Because it was real.
That's the other thing with us that I think, especially living in LA, is no matter where this company goes or where we go, me and Jeff are value first with everything. And I think that's the other thing that people, you're talking about brand over sales. I think it's value first.
Couldn't agree more.
That so many people.
It's leverage.
It's
leverage.
You have the leverage.
You made a
everywhere.
fucking cockamanian fucking logo that led to like all this.
I did a lot.
Very true.
You know what I mean though?
Yeah.
Like I'm obviously like downplaying, but you made a logo and like whatever money was there, no matter how much you charged, it was disproportionately less, than the value you got in return
100%.
by play. And to your point, giving without expectation is the ultimate.
I agree. It sounds crazy.
It's a mindset.
It's just work harder, kind of. It's just keep
but
going.
But working harder, it's funny, and I believe in working harder, but it's work harder with the right perspective.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot easier to work 17 hours a day when you know why you're doing it.
Yeah.
Yosef, it's Gary Vee, and you're on the Ask Gary Vee Show.
I was wondering, how do you keep yourself motivated and like you keep going? Like I keep watching your videos, and like after an hour, I just go like there's no like no more, it just goes away.
Okay, so you watch a video, you get pumped as fuck for an hour, but then it goes away, is what you're saying?
Yeah.
Personally, I think motivation is all tied to finding something in life that you're passionate about.
Yep.
And it's tied to effort.
Okay.
So like for us, we just work 24/7. We love what we're doing. And it's gotten to a point now.
You're motivated by actually loving the process.
The process is amazing. We don't want this to end.
Ever.
It's weird. People ask us now, would you sell the company? We don't even know that answer anymore because we just love it. Every single day is amazing. So find something you're passionate about and you can put the effort in.
Cole?
Yeah, I just have an insane ambition. Like I want to be the best in the world. So it's hard. It's like, even like the announcement with you, like everyone's like, wow, was that like the best of your life? I'm like,
you're like, no, it's fucking shit. It's like a blip.
We celebrated maybe for 5 minutes. We did a high five and we went right back to work. It's, yeah, I don't know.
It's the ambition.
Yeah,
for you, it's ambition.
It's
for you, it's the love of the process.
It's the love of the process.
And obviously, there's a lot of things. You have ambition.
Yeah.
You love the process, but your answer is ambition.
Yeah, I want to be all time the greatest. So
I'd like to ask you this because of the way you set up this conversation. You might not be motivated as fuck right now and maintaining it because you're actually in a phase of your life when you're eating some crow to set up the next thing.
have you found your passion yet? Because I feel like once you find your passion, it's hard for that motivation to kind of die.
I'm a sophomore right now in Rutgers, and I'm not sure what major. All I know, I want to go into the health field, but I'm not sure which specific. I'm American Egyptian. I want to go back to Egypt and help out over there because the healthcare system just sucks over there, kind of.
Look, if you want to be in the health field today in 2018, unlike being an entrepreneur, you do have to go to college. And maybe I'm undereducated on the whole field, and so I don't know, but intuitively, if you want to go to a top doctor, hospital. So I think the question you have to ask yourself, if you're so ideological that you're going to go back to fucking Egypt and save the fucking healthcare system of Egypt, well then guess what? Eating shit in university in America for 7 years in your 20s is minor leagues to the ambition coming out of your fucking mouth, my guy.
Take every single class. Every single class in the medical pocket, and when you find that one thing you like, then you're going to penetrate that one pocket.
Or take every fucking class that has nothing to do with medical and realize junior year in fucking Rutgers that you're a fucking poet. And one thing you may want to think about is it even capable of fixing the Egyptian medical world? Because I'll tell you what really is scary to me. When I hear you talk, I've had drinks with the 46-year-old version of you, Yusef. And you know what the 46-year-old version of you has said to me? Oh, fuck. I wish that I knew that there was no chance of changing the Egyptian medical world. Audit the reality of your playing field to see if what you're actually saying is even fucking possible.
That's a big problem. There's smaller problems within that problem. That's why I would find a pocket where you can solve something small that can contribute.
I think that's
towards
right.
Solving the bigger
I think
problem.
that's right.
Yep.
I think, when you're 20, you're going to rule the world, right?
Yep.
Brazil's talking about it the right way, which is like, instead of boiling the ocean, why don't you say, like, I'm going to fucking change the life of 100 Egyptians in the town that my grandparents came from. Now you're like, fuck, I can actually do that.
Not trying to curb your dreams either. It's just something you start there and then you could build upon that.
100%.
Yusuf, I suck at 80% of things in life, just so you know.
Yusuf, I suck at 99% of things in life.
Is it true you've only had you only saw 2 movies like every year or something, like 1 movie?
Yeah, in this going to the movie theater and watching a movie happens only in December during holiday break, and I'll see 1 and/or 2 movies during that time.
Nothing good happens in the movies.
See, I need to watch movies.
No, that's great. That's your process.
Yeah.
I need to watch the Jets take a fucking shit in Cleveland. like everybody's got their own everybody's got their own thing. I don't judge people watching movies or Netflix or things of that nature. I think escapism is remarkable. I think I've hit this crazy vortex where my fucking work is my hobby, my process, my love, that I'm just like, right? But that's okay. Like, what, my ambition is absurd. And so, like, I have to sleep in my bed. Bro, there's no process. There's your process. You need to figure out you. And if you're the kind of person that needs 11 hours of sleep because that's your DNA, then get your 11 hours of sleep and dominate the other 13. If you're the kind that needs an hour for breakfast, lunch, and dinner and watch YouTube videos of like fucking people climbing trees and like that's how you roll, then enjoy your 3 hours of watching people climb trees during your food consumption hours and do you. So like, everything's got pros and cons. So like, don't wish on yourself. Just figure out who the fuck you are and do. That's it. Question of the day. You guys get to ask it. What's your question?
I'd say for us, we want to understand why consumers are loyal to a brand. So I would say...
What makes you loyal to a brand?
I would say, what is your favorite brand and why? That's it.
Thanks for being on, guys. Congratulations. Love being with you guys.
Thanks for ripping us off.
What's up, guys? Thank you so much for watching episode 9. Comment of the week goes to designer Roy L. He asks, how do we stay motivated every single day? For me, I wake up knowing that there's someone out there working their ass off trying to take my position, and I won't let that happen. So just keeping that in my mind, keeping that mindset is what keeps me motivated. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to be featured in next week's episode, be sure to comment down below. Peace.